Another day, another Derby profile. Today's episode is going to be on Sun Thunder. Let's go. First things first, we got the stats, and they're kinda lukewarm. 6 starts, 1 first, 1 second, and 1 third, and earnings of $247,500. Despite a generally low amount of earnings for the sheer quantity of starts he has run in, he has a surprising amount of major races, with 4 Derby Prep participations this year alone, starting with a 4th in the Southwest Stakes, a solid 2nd in the Risen Star, a 5th in the Louisiana Derby, and a 4th in the Bluegrass Stakes, which was the final push that he needed to finally get into the Derby top 20. So as you can see, he had to run in so many races, not necessarily because he was just that good, but because he really needed it. For highest speed figure, he comes out at just 89 on the DRF, which is the 2nd slowest speed figure out of all Kentucky Derby contenders. Only worse was Wild on Ice in the previous episode, which should tell you something about how fast of a horse he really is. For running style, Sun Thunder is pretty plain and simple. He is a closer and is preying on the downfall of the front runners when it comes to his races. In both his maiden victory and the Risen Star Stakes, 2 of his best performances in my personal opinion, the front runners are not very far to be seen. They don't really stay around and they tend to give way, giving him a chance to pick them off and fly forward, which is also his greatest strength as a racehorse. The fact that if the frontrunners do give way, he really does have a lot of potential. The Risen Star Stakes is definitely his best race by far. Even though he did not win it, the fact that he was able to navigate a 14-horse field and beat the likes of horses like Two Fills, only losing to a horse like Angel of Empire, shows that there is some potential to be had. And the way he did come second in the Risen Star Stakes is because the frontrunners gave way. Now the pace in the Risen Star is far from the fastest on paper, but the fact that the front runners tired out, leaving him an opportunity to sneak on past a bunch of tired horses, is basically what he would need. And that also is his weakness in this Kentucky Derby. This would be great for the 2022 Kentucky Derby, because that's how Rich Strike worked. He was able to navigate a 20-horse field that was exhausted after incredibly fast early fractions. But this year, there's not really a lot of speed. There aren't many radical frontrunners in this year's Kentucky Derby. Most frontrunners here can also pass off as stalkers, which is basically the worst thing that could have possibly happened to Sun Thunder. A Derby that is setting up not to be very fast is the exact thing that makes his odds so preposterously high, even more than they already would have been. If there was a lot of speed developing in this race, a smart handicapper could say Sun Thunder could pick off some horses, but without that fast pace, he's crippled. Overall, I would say that Sun Thunder has a lot in common with previous long-shot successes in the Kentucky Derby like Giacomo and Rich Strike. The problem is that the field that he has been given is not the one he would need to pull off such a surprise. And for that, I give him a C grade. I want to like him, but he was just born in the wrong year. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Derby Profile. So far, the plan is going to be to knock off as many Kentucky Derby long shots as possible while trying to save Forte towards the latter end, because I want to save the best for last. See you guys next time.